Ghosts in D&D are a powerful, mysterious creature that add an extra level of excitement and intrigue into any game. Typically, they are depicted as the spirits of the dead who have not moved to an afterlife, as they haunt the living, seeking revenge or attempting to complete their unfinished business. Ghosts can be found in a number of different settings, ancient ruins, haunted forests, but they can also be created by any variety of causes, anywhere, such as shops, cities, temples. As such, their unfulfilled desires combined with the weave create them. This especially so when there is a violent death, and the ghosts that we see and fight are often a product of this. They are treated as undead creatures, meaning they are immune to many of the effects that would harm any living being. They are impossible or close to impossible to harm with physical attacks with most weapons, and they are resistant to a lot of magic, making them formidable opponents, especially for characters who simply rely on their mighty sword. So, how do you fight them? You need to understand their strengths. Ghosts are very vulnerable to specific weapons and spells. For example, holy water can do insane damage to them, and they can be harmed by magic that targets the undead. Simple spells like undead. In addition to this, ghosts are often associated with being tied to a specific location. Most often, their unfinished business is tied to a very specific thing, and without being close to this thing, their power wanes, meaning if their haunted house or their graveyard is removed, they can be banished easily. Or simple, if you create ritual magic in these areas to purify the land, ghosts goes away. In addition to their strengths and vulnerability, also interesting to know what they can do. For example, they can possess your character. They can possess the character of anyone around and use that as a host to act that is normally out of character for them. They're able to communicate with you through visions and omens. They're able to manipulate physical objects or simply create illusions. Some of the most powerful ghosts can even summon other spirits or undead to fight for them. So always be wary for this. Ghosts can be used in so many different ways as a DM. They can serve as your powerful foes, players to overcome, or you can use them as allies and informants, as often they live there, quotations on live, for hundreds of years gaining information. And some of them even have a semblance of their sanity still intact if they were a very powerful creature when alive. Meaning they can be used as plot hooks for your players on their quests. You can also use them to create suspense and horror as players attempt to evade or defeat a ghost when they are very weak to fight it. Ghosts being used effectively gives you an idea of how to understand the motivations and strengths of your players, teaching them that not everything can be defeated and beaten with a simple whack of their blade. For example, creating a ghost that seeks revenge against a specific character in your group allows you to create a backstory with that player character, that person who's controlling that character, and also give the rest of the team an understanding that yes, you can cut off a goblin's head with one hit, but you are not immortal. In either case, you need to think about the abilities and powers you give to the ghost. As we said earlier, their powers can vary. When incorporating ghosts in your D&D game, also consider the atmosphere. For example, you have created a haunted castle or creepy forest. It's gonna be obvious that you filled it with ghosts. However, having a single ghostly apparition haunting a very specific unsuspecting location, let's say that little hut where a nice quiet family lives, but at night when they're asleep, a ghost of their grand simply watches over them, killing everyone that comes close. In conclusion, ghosts are a powerful and versatile element in the D&D universe, and whatever you use them for foes, allies, or plot devices, you have added an excellent layer of excitement and drama to any game. Use them effectively and they will create some of the most amazing sessions.